Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Welkin Liner welcomes you. And hey, we finally made it to Etrian Odyssey IV, Legends of the Titan, Part 3. Now, I did say this in previous tweets, but event for next week, I actually won't be streaming Part 4. That will be in August 5. August 6, my bad. This is largely because I'm actually a little bit behind on all this, so I'm going to be giving myself the time to edit everything I need to edit, and make a whole bunch of add-ons. But yeah. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing fine? It's been one week since my last stream, after all. Okay. One thing I will say that I should have thought about at some point was actually getting the narration for the opening to this game. But it's too late now. Guess we'll just have to put up with it. Reading it quietly. Alright, let's go. Part 3. I've been waiting for you. I've upgraded the Albior just like the Outland Count asked. It's fixed now so you can equip 3 gadgets to the Albior. I thought 3 would clear the balance, but we managed it somehow. Just be careful, the farther you get from Tarsus, the stronger the monsters you'll face. Make sure you don't leave yourself unprepared. See you around, Welkin Guild. And now we get 3 slots for equipment. Nice. Okay, so before we get into the monstrosities of the third land, we're gonna take on some FOEs we skipped over in the previous part. So first we're going to take out this bird right here, the Supreme Wing. That's been thinking in the background, don't mind me. Supreme Wing. What does he do again? I'm pretty sure he inflicts Petrify. Alright, am I right? Yep. So his skills, he uses Stone Eye, make petrify a party member. He also has Sand Wing, which attacks the entire party and reduces their accuracy for 3 turns. So unless if you inflict it with blind, paralysis, or light bind, or panic, it's gonna be trouble. Now, thankfully, he doesn't have a conditional drop, a rare drop, so no need to put up with this guy for too long. You got this, yeah? Yep. His animation just glitched. Okay. Well, that's one down. Next, we're gonna put up with the Dino Gator over here. First, we need to lure it with the Dream Eater, and then while it's distracted, we fight it. So we get the preemptive over here. Pretty good overall. Now, this particular FOE isn't too dangerous, at least in this level, but it does have a nasty skill called Tear Apart. It uses its head and deals cut type attack to the entire party. Not exactly. It still deals a high amount of damage, but once you bind its head, or at the very least lower its attack strength, it's not really that bad. Especially since this boss doesn't spam it all that often, unlike its counterpart that we'll be encountering later on. Just give it a good blind, and it's down. Nice. Next, we're gonna take on another monstrosity. The Omni Hunter. What does he do here? Okay, so this one's an even nastier FOE. So his 2 skills are Amputate. It uses its arms and deals cut damage to a single party member. And it may instantly kill the target, like you just saw right here. Inflicted with the good old blind or arm bind. And it'll miss its attacks more often. It also has Scythe Dance, which also uses its arms, and it deals random cut attacks to the entire party. Not exactly pleasant, but we got it. I wonder what Hanagoni would think if I had to fight mantises. Oh, he's dead. Sorry, Narumi. Oh wait, actually that would have been perfect then. Yeah. Mantis versus Mantis. Oh, I should have summoned her for this. Alright, well, he's almost dead. And Nordic is dead again. That could have went better, but we'll take it. Oh, we also got ourselves the Dream Eater. The Dream Eater is dangerous, but if you're around to farm for experience points, then it's not really all that dangerous. Yeah, so as you see here, he deals dosing gaze, which might put the entire party to sleep. Bind its head, and it'll be good to go. But yeah, if you are here to farm for experience points, then Dream Eaters are actually pretty exceptional with experience points, because if you were to use experience boosting item, experience boosting food, and then combine it with the Holy Gift, the burst skill, you can get up to 50,000 EXP, which is guaranteed to level up to one of your party members. At least in this, and it actually even goes on up to the fourth land too. Alright, enough about FOE talk. So we finally got the second tablet from the second part. And now that we placed it in the monument, we managed to clear the thick clouds away. Feel a sense of accomplishment at overcoming your second ordeal. You are one step closer to Yggdrasil. Third land, Sacred Mountains. Where the Starlight does not reach. Oh yeah, Yggdrasil's coming close. As you exhale, your breath turns to frost. Your hands are numb, and pain builds in your ears from the cold. An enormous snowy vista unfolds before your eyes. You notice the change in climate as you pass through the ravine when it began to snow. This new land is certainly a harsh and frigid place. You must proceed with care. It will not be easy to control your skyship with this precipitation and wind. You steer your skyship toward a tall mountain range that stretches to the east and west. There is a ravine between the peaks. As you pass through it, you'll be even closer to Yggdrasil. Before the ravine is a by now familiar stone monument. You assume that if you can find the corresponding tablet, you may be able to vanquish the clouds. But for that, you will need to find and explore the labyrinths where the tablet is enshrined. Talking about the precipitation earlier, if you try to raise your skyship in altitude in the middle of the snow, you will be unable to do so. You'll be unable to ascend, and the game will state that the precipitation is too heavy for you to ascend. I did not know I was screwing that frigid land, but I am excited to see what the Allah has in store. Well, take care, nice travels. Await your swift return. Oak barrel. So I gotta pick up the apples, huh? Please find the snow garden. I wish to see the snow garden said to be in the Sacred Mountains. Won't someone find it and tell me where it is? This request is from a girl sitting over there, the one with the thick glasses. She says that she is a wandering artist on a journey to find something beautiful. You should talk to her. I await her swift return with a report on what this beautiful thing might be. In the garden? Curry courier. My husband forgot to grab his lunch when he went to the cramped nest this morning. Will somebody take it to him? That request was just posted. The client wishes to send her husband a handmade lunch. It seems that the husband is quite careless and forgot to take the client's lunch with him to work. Same as, let's hear, Aldous. He's a soldier posted in the cramped nest. At this rate, he will have to go without lunch. I'm counting on you to make sure that does not happen. Take it from me, try not to forget your lunch boxes. Walt. You, are you here for the request about the snow garden? Is that why you're here? I knew it! I just looked at you and had a hunch that you would be the ones. But enough about introductions, let me get right to the point. Are you all familiar with the snowflowers? Do you know them? No. Oh, so you don't know about them. Sorry. It's a rare flower that only blooms in that silvery white land. The snowflowers were seen recently in the Sacred Mountains while it was being explored. That's right, it's literally a snow garden. You know I'm an artist, right? I want to capture it in a painting. From what I heard, the garden is in the northwest area of the Sacred Mountains. Yes, that's all I know. But it would be great if you could find out where it is and tell me. Can I request that of you? Just as I thought. I had a funny feeling you would accept. It just came to me all of a sudden. Isn't that why I took the request in the first place? But oh, if you know where it is already, it's okay if you just tell me now. Thanks. We'll find it when we get to it. You find a fresh apple. You may put it in a barrel toward the completion of this request. So, same deal as the vegetables from the previous part. Grab 2 rare drops, 2 rare food, and at least 2 of that, and then grab whatever else you want. Turn in the request, and then your reward will be significantly much better. As you move through the blizzard on your skyship, you reach a hidden spot where sunlight filters through. You emerge from the ship to find an ocean of flower-like objects made of snow. They sparkle in the sunlight. You know not how, but snow has hardened into flowery crystals. It is a breathtaking sight. This is the snow garden your client wanted. Once you mark its location, return to her at the bar. We managed to find it. Nice. As you traverse the sacred mountains on your skyship, you happen upon the entrance of a small cave. You see a number of bats flitting about the entrance, but they disappear inside, startled by your approach. Nothing stands in the way of you entering the cave should you so choose. Cramped nest. Let's see what these bats have to say. As you step into the labyrinth with the lunchbox in hand, a soldier approaches. "Oh there, we're investigating this labyrinth right now. Do you need something from our squad?" When you inform him that you are here to deliver a soldier's lunch, he laughs before answering. "That might be a problem. Our squad all has similar names. Who are you trying to find?" The soldier mentions 4 possible candidates. Albert, Alistair, Aldous, or Alfred. The correct answer is Aldous. Going by your map, he should be around area B3. Why don't we go ahead and mark that down, right? Not with the walls. The panels. Nice. Funny that we all have similar names, right? I'm gonna say they call us Team A, though my name is Ben. And my name is Bob. Nice to meet you, Ben. No. You peer into the crevice, but the icicles inside block your view of whatever is on the other side. A quick look around shows that there are similar crevices dotting the walls of the cave. You wonder if you should try squeezing through the set crevice or find another way to ascertain the way forward. So here's the gimmick for this dungeon. You'll find all the walls covered with shortcuts to pass through. But only some of them are the real ones. The rest of them are icicles that damage you. To tell what it is, you have to know where the bat passes through. You had to see the bat passing through the crevice, the correct one. And that's when you can tell that you won't take any damage from it. Another thing about it is, there are actually 2 different types of messages with the crevices. One of them is the legit shortcut, and if it says proceed, that's the real crevice. That's like the safe one. If it says go through, then you'll just attempt to go through, and you'll take damage instead. Oh, here's the guy, Albus. "I'm going to die. Damn it. I'm sorry, dear." You wordlessly thrust the lunchbox out to the soldier as he stares glassily into space. All of a sudden, the soldier regains his wits as he snatches a lunchbox from you and shoves the food down. Wow, I literally came back to life. Man, that hit that spot. Oh, hey, did you need something? We found the guy. We did not even need to ask. This man is clearly Aldous. It is hard to believe, but the request is now complete, and you have a report to make. You quietly walk away. We saved him! We saved him from starvation. Occasional reminder that you should be well fed before you stream, guys. Please. Oh, is there something you need from me? Do you need something from her? I knew it was strange. I just all of a sudden had a hunch that you'd have some business with me. So, how can I be of service? I found the snow garden. Is that true? Is it true? Yes. Ah, I thought so. I just had this hunch you found it. All the hunches. But quick, point it out to me on your map. I also had a hunch that you had a map. Are these the coordinates? Alright, got it. I'll look for it right away. It was there. The snow garden was right where you said. snow flowers are rare because water can only harden into that crystal shape in places where the air is thin. For that many flowers to bloom in one place, it just proves how amazing the sacred mountains are. There were monsters all around it, so there was no good way to capture its beauty, but I was happy just to see it for myself. I already dropped off the reward, so you can go accept it. Alright. Apple scientists. Apple scientists. Scientists made out of apples. Goodness, you gathered so many. Apples are one of my favorite foods, as attractive as they are delicious. Mine too. Stay right here, and I shall go have the clients give these a look. Dala was surprised by the apples. She said you had a very discerning eye, and gave me a bonus for you. Discerning? Must be nice to stay at the inn. To be met with homemade meals upon your return. If you are to regularly fetch her ingredients, perhaps I should take up into your venturing life. Kidding. We got storage expansion and items. Today is going good. Welcome back. I could not help but overhear. So you successfully found the snow garden? A gleaming flower made of snow. How romantic. It is nice to handle these kinds of requests once in a while. I will love to see it for myself. Though, then again, I am sensitive to the cold. I'm not. I'm sensitive to the heat. Welcome back. Did everything go smoothly? Did you have any trouble due to the similarly named soldiers? There are some interesting squads of military. Perhaps it was the Outland Count's work. You know how he can be. Anything goes, so long as it's interesting. That aside, I thank you for your hard work. Here's your reward, and I hope to have your help next time. Yay. Oh, welcome back, dearies, and thank you so much for taking care of my little grocery list. I promised you I'd set aside extra storage space for the Welkin Guild, and that's just what I've done. More storage! You'll still be free to use whenever you want. I should also mention, it was never free in the previous games. You would have to pay a fee for it. Now that's changed. So that's great. You discover a cave spewing heavy clouds of smoke from its entrance. On closer observation, it appears to be steam. Could a cave's interior be that hot? Exploring a heated cave strikes you as an appealing thought after flying through such frigid skies. Moreover, you see a familiar monuments like the ones at the lush woodlands and the misty ravine at the entrance. Golden Lair. Third maze. Blazing scales barred the way. Alright, our third maze. Everyone excited? So you've seen by now that there are red scales, exactly as the description provided. We're gonna run into that in just a bit. No, I don't think I've ever visited a cave in my lifetime. I have been to some rainforests before, but never caves. Yeah, so we see the red scales dead ahead. In contrast to the freezing cold outside, the interior of this maze is rather warm. Not only is the water unfrozen, but steam rises from it, forming calm streams that flow by. As you take in your surroundings, you hear footsteps from up ahead. The whole party tenses and reaches reflexively for their weapons. Oh hey, Whirlwind! Surprised to see me? Don't think our paths had crossed over here before. That voice. Out steps Whirlwind, the explorer who has involved himself in your business several times now. I thought I'd freeze to death up in that sky, but this cave is nice, you know, except for the monsters. By the way, did you notice? I think I saw another entrance to this maze somewhere else. A maze with 2 entrances. That'll make it hard to explore the whole thing a bit. Whirlwind scratches his head wearily before walking toward the entrance he came from. Well, I have things I need to take care of, so I'll be heading back, but you folks should press on. Once I'm done, I'll be right back. Let's compare notes next time we meet soon. With a casual wave, he leaves the maze. Interesting, so there is another entrance. You wonder if you shouldn't search for the second entrance and explore from there. And no worries, we will get to that in a moment. So as you can see here, the waters have transformed into puddles, or rather the waters are puddles right now, or ponds, uncrossable ponds. Oh, the ice skate you have acquired is freezing cold. It is also hard as steel and sharpened, as a tip. But merely holding it in your hands causes it to melt a bit. It seems this item cannot withstand even slight changes in temperature. You'll be unable to carry any out. So here's the gimmick of this dungeon, this maze. We come across these ice skates, and we also come across these scales, these blazing hot scales. A bizarre object is glowing red with high heat. You may be able to destroy it with striking it with an ice skate. The bizarre object shatters. The ice skate counters the thing's intense heat. The stake itself evaporates away. There is no knowing of how many of these obstructions you may find along the way forward. And your supply of ice skates is limited. You must choose carefully which obstructions to eliminate. So yeah, write it down in your notes. Which areas contain the ice skates and which ones don't. Another batch of ice skates. A shortcut. And yes, there are a lot of these scales. But if anything, you should definitely be trying to conserve your ice skates as much as you can. Also, if you go near the scales, you will actually take damage. Yeah, you just saw it happen earlier. So the gimmick of this ledger doesn't just stick with the maze itself, it also extends to the random encounters. So you see here that you got fire-powered enemies. So the magma spawn is actually fully powered, but that poor puddle that we killed earlier is just a puddle. It's a temperature gimmick that will be coming we'll run into again. The bizarre object shadows. What's in here? Oh, another caster. Okay. It'll probably be some time until we actually reach boss. I'd say 2 hours from now. But no worries, we'll be exploring and discovering quite a bit in this land. As you shatter the fiery scale and examine the rock surface, you find something black as ink growing there. Mushrooms, it seems. The black mushroom looks dangerous, but then again... Who's going to suffer tonight? A black mushroom. Yami? Yami picks a mushroom off the rocky surface and takes a halting bite. Viewers watch anxiously as Yami's face contorts in disgust. It seems to taste quite foul, but its high nutritional content washes away Yami's exhaustion. Yeah! You decide to mark the location of these helpful mushrooms before returning to your explorations. Nice! Mushrooms that give TP. Also, at this point in the game, TP items become a bit more scarce, since the only other way to actually conserve your TP is, well, you can only conserve your TP items by, well, not conserving TP items. You can only make your TP items by farming us, getting a specific ingredient in a misty ravine, and you have to do it constantly. Worry not though, because eventually we will get some very serious upgrades later on in this labyrinth. And that's a giant turtle. Can we fight it? Let's find out, right? Plated Chaser. Its two skills are Grinder, inflicts bash damage with the piercing effect. Pretty tough for the front row and back row. And Oil Spin, which increases the Plated Chaser's evasion. If it increases its evasion, it becomes a lot more of an issue. Also, you're supposed to be binding its legs, but I did not read up on what it was supposed to bind. So we're just gonna be dummies and have this happen. It is dealing a lot of high damage at the moment, but that's because at this level it's not enough AoE that I'm supposed to be taking on, as evidenced by the red aura in the bottom screen. Also, don't be afraid to use skills that lower the enemy's damage, because they can hit hard if you're careless. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit surprised. Is this actually gonna work? Ow. And here it comes. Here it comes. So yeah, it raised its evasion. Not exactly a good sign. And I'm supposed to be using Snare Circle. But past me is doing a whole bunch of mistakes right now. Snare Circle! Snare Circle! Oh, thank goodness I made use of the defend right there. That would have been awful. Snare circle, snare circle. Why pass me? Why would you do this to me? Okay, yeah. It's almost dead. Can't you use a regular burst skill? Thank you. I really did just get mad at my past self like that. Okay. Okay, I'm going back. Okay. Alright, good. You know something odd about your belongings. The inside of your knapsack is drenched with water. When checking to discover the cause, you find that the ice skates in your possession have melted. It seems that it was unable to withstand the change of environments. Welp. What's that rock? An adventurer showed me a rock he brought from the Golden Lair, and I've never seen anything like it before. I want one too. The request is from a connoisseur of stones. He seems to want a stone from B1F of the Golden Lair. Seems he saw a stone that glows red like lava, and a stone that shines as bright as ice. They both sound highly unusual. You think he can indeed dig them up? Could you at least try? Well, go with confidence, and I shall await your swift return. Do we have anything like that? Well, we'll come across it when we can. Picking up the ice skates? Oh wait, I didn't. Oh, okay. What did I do? Okay, well, I changed around the party quite a bit. Miho, you're up. Nice. You obtain a precious stone after defeating the beast. The burning heat it possesses leaves no doubt that this fiery red stone is the one your client wished. The request is complete. All that now remains is to deliver it to the bar. We will do that when we get the chance. So Miho here is equipped with he comes with the Bushi class, which is actually surprisingly helpful in this dungeon. The Bushi class is mainly comprised of physical fighters, but they do have two skills that correspond to the fire and ice elements, which is very much needed in this dungeon. Nice. Eventually I'll have to figure out what filter should I be using. Actually, why don't I figure it out right now? Heh. Wow, it already works. Okay. At least I hope it does. And some more FOEs. I don't want to be taking on them right now, though. Oh hey, a rare monster. A rare monster. Alright, Rice. Nice work. Take care of the scale. Miho is out here putting work. Heat gives off his unbearable, even at this distance. You must be careful. If you should take even one step closer, you'll be blasted by its scorching heat. Oh, that doesn't sound good. So what can we do? Ice skate it! No sooner has a bizarre object been broken than you feel the cool air into the labyrinth feel the air. Cool. It seems the cave is returning to its original temperature. As you slowly adjust to the cold air, you realize that the lakes nearby have frozen over. The glowing red monolith you destroyed earlier seems to have been providing heat to this entire floor. Even the smaller glowing objects are cool now and unable to burn you. Though they are as much a barrier to your passage as ever, you cannot waste Anger's ice skates. You continue your journey through the maze. So yeah, by destroying that monolith, all the water has frozen, and now we can use them as routes. We can now step on them. We're still gonna be slipping and sliding, no? But hey, it helps us reach new areas. So far, so good. Oh yeah, and here comes specialty of this monsters within this dungeon. So as you can see here, the glacier spawn is now a giant, and the magma spawn is now small. So the sizes will vary depending on the temperature of the maze here. Depending on whether or not you destroy the monolith. They're still susceptible to headbinds and other elements. They just deal different elements. You obtain a precious stone after defeating the beast. This cold stone, as clear as ice, will no doubt satisfy your clients if you deliver it as well. You now have 2 stones to deliver. Oh, what was that? Red doublet. Red clothes woven for fibers. This will be helpful in the labyrinths. It won't be helpful against the main boss, but against certain enemies, it'll work out. I guess I should also mention, for the Bushi class, they do regain HP and TP, so when it comes to actually getting them, Miho here has no problem with that, if he needs to refill HP and TP. Nice, nice. Show us what you got, everyone. Oh, okay. They're just gonna leave us like that? Okay. Okay, good. Anything around here? Nah. Actually, there is, but I didn't seem to have touched upon it. I wonder why. Oh. Still exploring. Never mind. Don't worry. Alright, so far so good. Come on, you guys kill it. Okay, there we go. As the cave floor widens, you come across a group of soldiers. One of them hails you. Excuse me, but you haven't seen a load of soldiers somewhere in this cave, have you? One of our troop has gone missing. Would you happen to know the man in question? If you happen to find him, tell him to meet us here. We'll be waiting. You part with the soldiers and go on your way. I'd say we've pretty much explored everything. What else did we do? Well, let me take it back. We didn't explore everything of the first floor just yet. D1F. Nice, nice. Oh, was I trying to find a guy? But he's not here though. Past me, what are you doing? I knew I should have looked harder into the editing. And I gotta put up with this. Yeah. You guys got this? Nice. Miho's been putting in all the work lately. Back to base. Oh, as Senpai Nordic and Rice work in the inn's kitchen, a commotion is brought over to them. Oh. Someone barges into the kitchen. It's a fugitive. Apparently he's willing to do anything for the three in the kitchen if he escapes his chasers. What did he do? While they are understandably concerned for hiding the fugitive without context, they decide on the course of action. Rice brings a runaway criminal into a stove. A shrink enemy won't be found in the oven easily. The oven? The oven? Kawakuma quickly explains they're searching for someone causing trouble with some regulars at the Dancing Peacock. The fugitive brought about a whole list of complaints that the two women skimmed over, out of annoyance or disgust. Ilta then wonders why the three men are guarding the oven for a moment. Senpai understands this, then asks if the fugitive would want to hide in the oven if they can throw spice powder inside. Which he proceeds to do so. Spice powder? Said powder is about as strong as a mix of peppers and onions, capable of bringing anyone to release a loud sneeze. But surprisingly, no sound has been made inside the oven. Their reasoning seems solid, but both Kawakuma and Milsa aren't convinced just yet. Nordic then adds on, saying that fugitive wouldn't want to pick the oven if any of them turn on the gas. Oh, which he proceeds to do so. They're somewhat convinced, but Kawakuma believes that they might still be hiding something despite that. Rice then speaks up, asking if the fugitive could still be oven if he were to use his fire-based runic magic on the gas to cause an explosion. Rice? Oh. Coco and Luther take this chance to depart from the kitchen for now. Oh hey, there he is. The fugitive shambles out of the oven with the charged look on his entire being. Despite the suffering they inflicted, he decides to thank the three for keeping the authorities and their friends away from him. Senpai simply says that no thanks are needed. Because he's under arrest anyway. The fugitive cocks as Kokum and Luther walk in, having been outside the door the whole time. Both women are seemingly impressed that their friends managed to incapacitate the fugitive rather easily. The fugitive begs the men to try to keep him safe from the she-devils. The two Succubi simply give an eerie smile, saying that he was practically close to the truth. Rice simply shoves the bat to them, a dark smile plastered on his face as he's ready to watch. The senpai and Nordic simply say that it was nice knowing him. Ooh. Well, not our problem. Welcome back. By all appearances, you have retrieved the stones. Oh, you brought them both? Just as I expected, Welkin Guild. For that, there was a bonus to the reward. Who could have known that there was a way to acquire the stones without digging for them? You did an excellent job. You say you defeated a rock-hard beast by striking and shattering it? Aren't your weapons damaged? Why not visit the Atelier and have them sharpened with your reward bonus? Bring me an ice stone. I want to give my brother an ice stone accessory for his birthday. Someone please go and get one for me? It calls for you to deliver a rose ice stone found in B1F of the Golden Lair. The client is a girl who wants to send her brother an accessory made from an icy stone. It is a simple delivery that should require little effort on your part. Simply bring it back here. I'm counting on you and shall await your swift return. Welcome, Welkin Guild. Is all the new land going as you hoped? I have met many explorers tending to this bar, but you are the first to come so far so quickly. You may yet be the ones who finally reach Yggdrasil. Such is my hope. Kismet be with you. To take care of this guy, to distract him, just launch food. I don't remember if it was a fish or plants, or it could be both. I did give him fish though. Having a ceasing snowfall acts as a barrier to entry. You suspect no human has entered this labyrinth, and wonder what manner of beast would make this their home. Underground lake. The double-edged sword of progress. So we got frozen bats and a turtle, but not much else for now. You notice something in the pillar of ice before you. It seems to be part of an animal's body, but the ice encasing is too thick to see it more clearly. You ignore it and go your way. So that will be important later. On your quest to find an ice stone, you arrive at a dead end on a small path. Through a crack in the boulder, you can see a beautiful rose ice stone. It appears to be the last one. Luckily, all is one you will need to fulfill your request. Take the rose ice stone. Just as you are putting your newfound ice stone in your pack, you hear a voice calling to you. Ah, please wait. Excuse me, sorry to bother you, but could you give me that ice stone you just took? The soldier is panting heavily, out of breath. My lover's birthday is coming up, and I want that ice stone to make an accessory as a gift. Explain the situation, and after you tell him you cannot part with it, he holds up one hand and speaks. Not asking for you to give away for free. You should maybe trade it for something? It'll be better than whatever reward you're getting. He insists, staring at it pleadingly. If you're interested in his offer, you see nothing wrong with accepting a trade. If you give away this last ice stone, you'll be unable to claim the reward for your clients. Accept the man? No. You shake your head to turn the man down, but he does not relent. Okay, what if I ruin this nectar too? I'm on my hands and knees begging you. We can get that later. Nah. You remain firm, and with tears in his eyes, he pleads with you further. Alright, I can even add this luck book to the bargain, but that's my final offer. You're killing me! Ah. Soldier's face turns ashen as you stand near the ground regarding his offer. Is there really no way? Accept the man's offer? No. You leave the man where he is and walk away with firm steps. Prioritizing your task over bribery, you have kept the ice stone. You must now deliver it to the client. Huh, why did I not skip this part? Oh well. Hibiki, you're up. Maybe that's just what I wanted to do, just show off Hibiki. Oh well, he did pretty cool. Welcome back. Yes, this is the requested ice stone, and here is your reward. You ran into difficulties with a soldier badgering you? That's odd. Could soldier's lover be the client's brother? No, but that, I don't get it either. Has there been a huge surge in popularity for ice stones? The demand seems to have risen dramatically. But instead of accepting a bribe, you kept your focus on her request, yes? I am pleased to hear it. So, if you accept the bride, you'll get the luck book instead of the Viger book, and you'll lose out on getting the experience points as a reward for turning in a request. So, that request is from a vessel. It says it wants the champion of the Alliance to deliver something. Ice that can be found in the underground lake. Oh, you'll need this. It's a letter bag designed to keep frozen for 6 hours. Perhaps if you are successful with this request, it will improve Tarsus' standing in the eyes of the vessels. Try not to make too many mistakes where they are concerned, Welkin Guild. Well, before that, let's fight an FOE. So this is the patrol bat. Let's see. Its only skill is Claw Dance, which uses its arms. It deals damage to random targets 45 times. It's also weak to pierce attacks and the volt element. So, not particularly a difficult boss, but only if their arms are bound. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep on spamming it. Yeah. Nicely done. So here we are in the underground lake. As you make your way through the piercing cold, you stop upon finding a pedestal in the middle of the hall. It is constructed to allow wind to pass through it. You can tell that it is meant to hold a flame, but no matter how you try, you cannot get the light of your torch to catch. It seems you will need a special flame in order to light this pedestal. So we can't do anything for it for now. While you cautiously search for the vessel's ice, you find a tall, frozen pillar of unusually clear ice. Perhaps the shimmering ice is due to its location in the very center of the labyrinth. If you wish, you may put some of this ice into the insulated pack you received in the bar. You cut out a portion of the pillar of ice and place it into the pack. If Curtida was correct, this ice only has a lifespan of only 6 hours. You must return to Visseltown before it melts in order to deliver it to your client. So let's go do that right now. You arrive with the ice at the town where the client lives. One vessel comes out to greet you with a surprised look. You actually came. One strip of paper had so much weight there? That bar is no ordinary place. The vessel is even more surprised when you hand him the insulated pack filled with ice. This is ice from the underground lake. Amazing. It has barely melted. This should quell my mother's fever. Thank you, everyone. I sent the reward to a fellow of mine. You can pick it up at the bar. After showing his appreciation, the vessel bows his head politely and leaves with the insulated pack. The request is now complete. You can now go to the bar to collect your reward. Nice. Welcome back. It looks like your request for the vessels went well. I hope that this will spur the vessels to begin using our services. I would like nothing more than vessels and explorers to find common ground in quests. It would do much for this bar. Now then, I again thank you for your hard work, and here is the reward that the vessel provided. Ice hammer! Alright, Miho, Kana, Momo, Moku, Hiyori. Let's get the show on the road. Awesome. Alright, we made it to the second floor. B2F. Ice shards open thy path. And as usual, we're just gonna ignore most of the second floor. Assuming that's what I'm doing. What am I doing? Hello? Oh, I was probably trying to show off that I can't explore this place just yet. Okay, yeah. So, unless if you want to fight the FOEs over here. And maybe die a painful death. You're better off not going through that just yet. Instead, we're gonna go visit the second entrance that Whirlwind told us. You discover a cave spewing heavy clouds of smoke from its entrance. You can make out something like a stone monument nearby. Safe to assume that this is the other entrance of the Golden Lair, which Whirlwind alluded to. But would it take long to land your skyship and have a look around to confirm that it is the same cave? So this is the second entrance. As you proceed down the path inside a dark cave, you spy a rock in the shape of a human figure. But the hand of the man is unknown here, as there should be no such statuary. It must be a natural formation. You puzzle at its mysterious shape for some time before returning to your journey through the maze. You stop and turn around to see a soldier with Tharsis with a distressed look on his face. Am I ever glad to see you? The rest of my troop got lost inside this labyrinth. They must be so worried to be separated from me. Hey, if you happen to come across any lost troop, I'd appreciate it if you could tell me where they are. Soldier's request seems simple enough. If you know where they are, you can tell them their position. So just point into that location. You tell them that you have some idea where this troop is, and point out the location on your map. Okay, here? Great, thanks. I should go catch up with them. Soldier laughs to himself and begins to walk to find his troop. Stay safe. Lilybell, Haruka, Kusariko, Yori, and Lilita. Huh. And of course they didn't even put in a good amount of effort into her skills. She's supposed to have more than that, but maybe... Oh, I'm gonna go figure it out in just a bit, but... Nice work, Lilith. You reach the edge of a lake and see someone in strange clothing standing on the other shore. The figure in shining black armor is quite large. A club is slung across his back and a katana at his waist. You have seldom seen anyone using a katana as Tharsis, and know no other explorers who use one either. New Game Plus. Strangest of all is his helm. It is shaped like an ox's head and is extremely detailed. The man's arms are crossed as he silently stares at you. With the water frozen, you cross the lake and face a warrior bearing a katana and club. Once you're close enough to speak with him, you realize that you have misunderstood something. The helm you had thought to mimic an ox's head is in fact the man's head itself. This is a surprise. I thought a new monster had shown its face. I see we have guests from the outside world. Well done in coming this far into the labyrinth. It's been well over 10 years since we last had a human. My name is Kibagami, and I welcome you to our village. His stout-hearted voice echoes through the cave room. Up ahead is the Sentinels village. I have the responsibility of leading the Sentinels and keeping order. If you had come here with trouble in mind, my fangs would have snapped those 10 necks, he laughs. But you must be tired. Follow me to the village. A man named Kibagami turns to leave. He seems as affable as he is formidable. He walks straight towards the crossroads up ahead and beckons for you to follow. Oh, are you an outsider? The Sorrow Warrior has the face of a horse. Is he a sentinel as well? Greetings. Welcome to our cold cave. Past the rocky passage is a cavity. There are lit fires dotting the area to keep the cold away. Oh, here comes a whole bunch of exposition. See a building hewn in stone inside, as well as what appear to be monuments. It appears to be where the Sentinels, the beastly warriors you met earlier, dwell. You smell someone cooking. All through the cavity are powerfully built warriors devoting themselves to training in the martial arts. Every one of them has beastly features somewhere on their bodies. The type of animal varies from person to person. A number of them notice you and seem surprised but not alarmed. Some of them even nod to you in greeting. The ox-headed warrior may have told them of your coming, but perhaps they are simply not overly concerned. When you catch up with the ox-headed warrior, he is stirring a cauldron. You are not sure what he is cooking. The warrior greets you. We caught a good salmon the other day, so we're having it for dinner. Go on, sit. Salmon! The smell of cooked fish and vegetables from the cauldron fills the cavity and makes your mouth water. For many centuries, we have bowed to the will of our creators, the humans. One of their instructions was this. Tell whoever comes from the outside world the history of the Sentinels. so you'll have to put up with some more speechifying from me, haha. But go on ahead and eat while you listen. Kibagami ladles out the contents of the pot as he begins his story, passed down by the sentinels. The accounts he gives sound strikingly similar to the legend told by the vessels. A titan that appeared long ago, and the sentinels banding together with other races to overcome it. But one aspect of his tale regarding Yggdrasil is markedly different, Kibagami continues. We call it the Demon Tree, for that is where the titan that destroys the world lurks. The titan is an abomination. Where it walked, the earth broke, and those who approached were cursed to be plants. Still, our ancestors did not give up the fight. They withstood the curse and cut out the titan's heart. One of our most intelligent comets extracted the titan's soul, while the humans took the titan's crown. With the 3 emblems of its immortality gone, the titan entered a deep slumber. We each took the relics to our homes so the titan would never wake again. The war ended and the land was saved. Humans were not only our creators, they were our brothers in arms, whom we were proud to fight alongside. As Kibagami finishes recounting their legend, a young sentinel approaches and whispers something to him. Oh, time already? I'm sorry, but I have something to attend to and must step away for a moment. Relax and make yourself at home. You're among friends here. Well then. Kibagami then gets up and leaves to the cavity's western exit. Party fully recovers its HP and TV. All status elements are healed. Status elements in the overworld would mean Petrify and KO. You're the ones who came from outside, aren't you? From here on, the monsters are even fiercer. I can't let our guests be injured. You must turn back. If you insist on going ahead, I'm afraid you'll have to take it up with Kibagami. Let's check the western area. You hear a painful groan coming from somewhere. You walk toward the sound to investigate. Sentinel Child is lying on a bed of flat rock, his breathing labored. You gasp to see his pitiful condition. Vines are intertwined with the fur on the child's arms, as well as what seems to be scab-like clumps of sap. I know that you have never seen the likes of this before, but try not to show much surprise, my guests. Kibagami approaches you from behind. He's carrying wild herbs and a bowl of what seems to be some elixir. I know a little about medicine. I take care of the young ones from time to time. It's been about 10 years since the disease first sprung up here. His eyes are distant as he thinks back. We call the sickness Titan's Curse. The legends say those who approached the Titan were changed to plants. Despite its godlike power, we fought the foul thing. Kibagami helps the child drink as he talks. As a result, we sentinels suffered the Titan's Curse. It affects the weak first. The young ones who are still growing have it the worst. No herb or prayer has any effect. It is a scourge of our people. Those who catch it turn to grass and trees within a few years. No one who has shown the signs has survived. He looks towards you. I did not ask earlier, but are you headed toward the demon tree on your journey? I won't stop you, but you should know the risks. If you approach that tree, even you may suffer the curse. Just then, another voice sounds from behind you. Don't be so pessimistic. It's not like there's nothing in the world that can cure this thing. There is a way to deal with the Titan's Curse. Won't you let me show you? Whirlwind? Between you and the power this girl has, we can save everyone. I guarantee it. Whirlwind is there, an incongruously sullen expression on his face. Next to him, oddly, is the medium. The medium bows slightly when your eyes meet. This does not seem to be the time for a friendly reunion. Kibagami furrows his brow at the sudden intruder. You quickly introduce him to Whirlwind. I got a present for you, Whirlwind mentions, and hands you a book before again addressing Kibagami. Ooh, Briskill. We need 2 things. One is the Titan's heart, that your ancestors supposedly brought back here. The other is this girl. She's the medium of the vessels. Apparently she can hear Yggdrasil's voice. The curse is caused by the Titan's blood or something. If this girl works on his heart, it can be cured. I'm pretty sure it'll work too. Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. It sounds unlikely, I know. After a bit more exaggerated moaning, Whirlwind collects himself and urges the medium on. Medium walks towards the child's sickbed, but Kibagami moves to block her way. Stop! Are you trying to expose yourself to the sickness? You are unsure if you should step in. His concern seems reasonable, but... Tell him not to worry. Kibagami looks at you and does not seem to be swayed. This girl has special powers? Is that what you're saying? Kibagami looks at the medium, who meets his gaze with resolute eyes. He sighs before reluctantly moving out of her way. The medium thanks you and seats herself at the sentinel's child bedside. The medium closes her eyes and begins to pray. Small orbs of light suddenly materialize around her. The lights scatter around the sickly sentinel child and glimmer. Eventually, the sweat cools on the child's brow and he falls into a peaceful slumber. Healing magic? I pled to Yggdrasil, Demeia says, but this is the most it can do. I think what Whirlwind mentioned may be possible. If only I had something closer to Yggdrasil at hand. The nearby sentinels give excited cries of joy. But though Kibagami is also surprised at the sudden turn of events, his expression is as stern as ever. This fact is not lost on Whirlwind, who does not seem to be in his usual high spirits either. Ask Whirlwind for some questions, yeah. We'll ask Whirlwind how he knew about the disease, the medium, and the Titan's heart. How did he know about that? Hearing the conversation suddenly focused on him, Whirlwind chooses his words carefully as he replies. Yeah, about the heart and the disease. Welkin knows, but remember how I got hurt at the Scarlet Pillars? Afterwards, I wandered around the maze some on my own, and that's when I found this one book. It told all about how the vessels fall against the Titan Vold. It also went into some detail about the cure for the disease. So that's how I found out about that. Whirlwind turns to Kibagami, as if eager to change the subject. So what are you going to do? You're the leader. We're all looking to you here. Kibagami crosses his arms and falls silent as a stone. The medium watches him, worry evident on her face. You stay quiet and wait for Kibagami to speak. A number of warriors have filed into the room unnoticed. They too gaze intently at him. After silent deliberation, Kibagami opens his mouth, having made his decision. We will retrieve the Titan's heart. Miss Medium, I will need your help in the matter of the Titan's curse. Kibagami bows deeply to the medium. The Titan's heart is enshrined in a large cavity on B3F, protected by the boiling lizard. No one has bested the boiling lizard in over a decade. Even fighting it will be a challenge. But our fangs are sharp, and our will is strong. My Bushi, it is time to show the fruits of our training. The Sentinel warriors roar with excitement over the leader's bold decision. Kibagami looks to you and Whirlwind. You have given us a ray of hope, for which I thank you, humans. Stay with the medium and wait our good news. Nothing will stop us from taking the Titan's heart. The boiling lizard, it will be a worthy adversary. Our battle will be legendary! Kibagami's passion seems to make him stand even taller than before. He bows again to the medium. He came this far just to warn the bench? Did it never occur to him that we could help with the search? Or when he's completely at a loss, he must have intended to join a search party. What should you do? If you wish to be part of the search, you will need to speak to Kibagami once more. You find Kibagami back where you had shared a meal before. He is preparing to set out into the lower strata. You offer your services in achieving the Titan's heart, but he does not seem to relish the prospect. I appreciate your offer, but I cannot bring you along. The monsters below here are extremely dangerous. Even my Bushi must be cautious around those beasts, so I cannot leave this task to you. I tell you understand, but the Kibagami sighs. You are willing to risk your lives alongside complete strangers. You're explorers. Do you court death so? He pauses, considering. Very well, but before I allow you to come, Yeah, I will need you to fight me. Kibogami looks into your eyes. You must prove to me you are strong enough. I will fight with all my strength. I expect no less from you. It seems this is the best compromise he can offer. There's no other way than to prove your worth in battle. I'll just Kibogami right now. Are we actually ready? Are we? Do we have what we need to fight him? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, we should have this. We should have this in the bag. Just some last minute decisions, last minute preparations. Yeah, we're good to go. We got this. Are you done? Are you done? Please? We want to get to it. Okay, let's go. Very well. I, leader of the Bushi who spanks our katana club, accept your challenge. Kibogami has appeared. So, like the other Bushi, Lilybella as an example, he has a few tricks up his sleeve where he pretty much uses his class skills, along with a few other skills that he has from his subclass, which we will get to in a bit. One thing that you should be aware of is that he has access to the Blood Surge, as any other Bushi would. In Blood Surge, which requires his head, he has increased attack, but he loses HP each turn. It's actually one of the more dangerous phases, but if you keep your defenses up, you'll be able to live through it. If he needs to get out of Blood Surge, he will use Deep Breath, which cancels it in order to regain HP. It seems simple enough, but he has a few other tricks. Namely, he can also use a healing skill. And he can also use a refresh. These two are actually medic skills, and they're actually part of his subclass. And if you do whittle down his HP to 0, he will actually revive once with the Endure skill. He'll be able to revive himself with 1755 HP. And this will only work once. That did a bit of damage. Oh, well, he's dead. Yeah, so if he still has Blood Surge on and he takes damage, he can still die for that. Surprise, surprise. I am impressed that you have raised my fangs. Forgive me for disrespecting your strength. I would be honored if you lent us your might in delving into the maze and retrieving the hearts. Nice. I have seen when crossing swords with you that your power is too pure. It has been honed for one purpose. Oh? Ire alone can make a magnificent katana, but it will be frail and snap against unexpected force. But a katana of alloyed metals does not easily break. I grant you the means to find that in yourselves. Here we go! With that, Kibagami removes the scroll from his clothing. Twin Fang Scroll. Give this to your master. It holds the secret to containing conflicting natures within oneself. Use it to own your strength even further, and then return to us that you might walk at our side. Kibagami then limps away into another hall to treat his wounds. Awesome! So we now have access to the subclass option. Strike me blind, it's a Twin Fang Scroll. I thought this had been lost. Where'd you find it? This is a document outlining a way of using two normally incompatible fighting styles at once. If you read this and develop a second style, your strength and survival potential will be greatly improved. For sure. Subclasses are now locked for use. So now we get access to subclassing. Upon selecting a subclass, that character can equip weapons and armor appropriate to the class. You will also receive 5 extra skill points. Skills for a subclass can be learned to half the maximum level. To change the character's subclass, you must have them rest. In addition to subclasses, sub-weapons are now locked. Sub-weapons are second weapons held in the offhand. You cannot attack with a sub-weapon, but you can use skills that require it as a prerequisite. So this will be extremely useful, primarily because there are some classes that require a huge amount of TP, looking at you, Lance-necked, and via subclassing, you can give them the Root Master subclass as an example. An example of good subclassing. Oh, you also get a Tornarch now by climbing. Has his Root Tornadoes. Okay, back. Okay. By giving a Lance-neck the Rune Master subclass, you'll be able to use TP conserving skills, which helps out a lot in the long run, and can also boost their output with their link skills. Very useful. I worry about this one illness you say they suffer from. In fact, let's make it a mission. Please accept that we might establish cordial relations. We got the mission. Just so I understand, both the Titan's Heart and Medium's Power are needed to cure the Sentinel's illness, and the Medium is already on site doing what she can for them. It's funny, isn't it? Humans and vessels working together for the sake of the Sentinels. It's an important opportunity to gauge in whether we can all live in harmony with one another in the future. I'll send along a medical team from Tarsus to the Sentinels village. May they find a use for them. As for you, I think I'd like for you to head down into the maze and lend a hand finding that Titan's heart. More quests, more quests. Find the demonic voice. Did a request pique your interest? It sounds somewhat nerve-wracking. It comes from an outland count. The demonic voice. Well, explorers like you should have less to fear from this kind of thing. To hear more about the details, go to the Grand Court, but be careful. I shall await your swift return. Medicinal poison. The request is from a clinic. They are working on a new medicine but need some cork bark to finish it. The bark can be found at the Toxic Cave, but there is something unusual about it that you should know. The venom spewed by the poison dragon forms some kind of substance, and that is what creates the cork bark. Poison dragon. It sounds utterly terrifying. Be careful as you retrieve the material. Rise of the baboons. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. We're going ape. No X. This request is from the Guildmaster. Apparently the baboons at the old forest mine are turning violent. Multiple parties of novice explorers have been annihilated during the initiation mission. It is terrible. The Guildmaster wants you to go to the old mine and exterminate every last one of the baboons. It's a dangerous request, but I trust in the Welkin Guild's skill. I shall await your swift return. You were the ones to take out the request. Other explorers were so scared. Tell me, my friends, have you heard about the demonic voice at the Sacred Mountain? Many explorers claim to. It is probably merely a beast's howl. You cannot be ruled by fear. Explorers must be courageous and inquisitive. That is why I want you to seek out points where the voice can be heard and identify where it comes from. Reports say the voice is often heard in the northeast of the Sacred Mountains. Be careful, my friends. Well, why don't we go find it, yes? While soaring the skies, your path is suddenly obstructed by a fierce blizzard. You peer over the edge of the skyship to gauge the threat it poses to you, and then pale in terror. In the midst of the blizzard is that Lord of the Skies, the dragon with snowy scales and arctic breath. Your meager guild cannot even scratch this cold monarch. You must take every caution to stay well clear. Surprise, surprise, because this is where we're supposed to encounter the demonic voice, but we have a dragon in the way. So why don't we come back here in a bit? But knowing myself, I went and decided to go after the shining thingies. Thankfully, I came prepared. Alright, let's go back out there. Yeah, if you just leave the area, the dragon will leave as well, and not bother you for a bit. After carefully piloting your skyship through the mountains, you cover your ears. The roar shakes your very skyship. You begin to fear that a large beast is closing in on you. If so, you will not be able to avoid a battle should you stay here. It may be prudent to run away. Will you run away? Nah. You find the courage to discover the owner of that moan, and decide to hold your position. As the moan grows louder, you begin to fear that this terrifying beast may be fully larger than your skyship. There's still time to flee, but if you do not do so now, you must be prepared to face whatever comes. You draw your weapons and prepare yourselves for a fight to the death. The party waits anxiously. But no matter how long you wait, nothing appears to face you. Yet the overwhelming moan does not die down. There can be no doubt this is the voice the explorers feared so, and the Count would like investigating. The other explorers were too afraid of the moans heard here and fled. The voice's origin is most likely somewhere else. You continue to search without lowering your guard. Not that much of a difficult find. So it's actually found right behind the underground lake. As you search for the origin of the demonic voice, you suddenly hear a high-pitched whistling sound. It is the sound one would expect from a current of wind being forced between the cliff face and the pillar below. You recall the terrifying voice you heard earlier. That moaning must have originated here before blending with other sounds and echoing far and wide. You have at last discovered the origin of the demonic voice. You note it down in order to report it to the Count. Did you find out the true identity of the demonic voice? I expected nothing less from your most reliable explorers. Now tell me where you heard this demonic voice. So here's the thing. First we need to point it to where it's being heard, and then we need to point it to where it's originating from. So if you only get 1 point right, you're not gonna get the other points. Yeah, if you just get 1 point correct, it's still going to count as a failure. You need to get both points correct. And now we've completed a request. Nice. Historic requests quite common. You think nothing of fighting beastly monsters to the death, but if a ghost is involved, you cower in fear. What about your guild? Are you particularly superstitious? Maybe in the final parts, we can be superstitious. At the end of the canyon, you discover a cave and take bare notice of a small bat emerging from it. But the bat's flight is weaving and unsteady. It isn't long before it falls to the earth, unmoving. You feel a chill at the ill omen. If you wish to escape the bat's fate, you must solve the cave's secret. Toxic Cave. Unclean cave despoiled by chaos. So we come across these FOEs that lay waste to the ground ahead with poison. The poison lizard here deals really high poison damage thanks to his poison tail. Luckily, if you have poison resistance, you don't have anything to worry about. It helps if you bind its leg or blind it. And its elemental weakness is ice. Something to watch out for, yeah? Unfortunately, I'm being an idiot again and just kept on binding the head for whatever reason. But hey, we got it. You carefully cut off a piece of bark without touching the poison and place it in your belongings. With this, the request is complete. All that remains is to take the bark back to the bar when you have time. So the chop areas have to have the poison effect from the FOE. If it does not have the poison effect, then the only items you're getting will be regular items, common ones. And now we're over here, we see a sentinel in trouble. You guys got this. Easy does it. After such okay. Friends for a foreign land. I'm in your debt. I came for the park that grows here, but, well, you saw. Fortunately, with your help, I have lived through the crisis. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. It may not be much, but I would like you to have this. The Sentinel gives you a handful of red fruits. You pick these at the cul-de-sac ahead. We Sentinels love them. They are very nutritious. You had a taste of the fruit. It's delicious. Your exhaustion from the recent battle fades away. Nice. Well, I should be going. With a grateful nod, the Sentinel leaves. You decide to resume your own search. I also feel like I missed an event here, but, you know what? I'm not really gonna bother. Alright. Medicinal poison. Complete. Welcome back. So this is the cork bark formed from the venom. Looks to my untrained eye like normal tree bark. Maybe this tree takes advantage of the beast's poison, since the other plants there wither and die. That way it can have the nutrients in the soil all to itself. It is quite cold-hearted for a tree. Here, this is your reward. It helps to ward off poison. Should I have given you this before you left? At this point, we're not really gonna ask. You recognize her friendly smile as belonging to Wiglaf, the explorer who flies a red-sailed skyship. Well, if it isn't the Welkin Guild, are you all done for today? If you found half the dungeons in the Sacred Mountains I heard you did, there's some pretty hard workers. I think I'll check out that underground lake for myself next time. It's always exciting to go into a new labyrinth. Oh, but I should get going. Sorry to bother you when you're tired. Let's share a bite to eat next time. The old forest mine. As you step into the old forest mine, you stop straight away. You have a strange feeling. Perhaps it is due to the baboons that have become violent. You must be very careful if you mean to continue. So the raging baboons do not have anything special aside from higher HP and attack, higher stats overall, but they're not really missing much. There, it's dead. You breathe a sigh of relief to see the baboon fall. But that menacing aura has not gone away. If anything, it has intensified. There must be others elsewhere. In order to complete the Guildmaster's request, you must hunt the source of this malevolent feeling. If you just walk away after beating up those baboons, then they're going to respawn, and you're gonna have to fight them again in order to make the real threat appear. As you move to leave the labyrinth, a sudden sound comes from a bush behind you. You wheel to face it and see a giant baboon standing there. Perhaps it has emerged due to your relentless hunting of this mine's baboons. The beast's malign presence is tremendous. You have little doubt that this will be a fierce battle. But if you still intend to fulfill the request, you must stake your lives on challenging the beast. Let's do it! Alright, baboon king, huh? So he has a variety of skills. He has Grand Uppercuts, a melee bash attack with his slash effect, a wild tackle, a melee line-piercing bash attack, and Healing Strike. Throws healing rollers for a bash attack on the entire party and all rollers. Heals for the total amount of damage dealt. Damage scales based on number of healing rollers thrown. So he actually does summon a bunch of healing rollers to help him, and it's really annoying. Well, at the very least, we'll be wrapping this up soon. And there they are. So when the healing rollers are standing ready, it means he's about to use his healing strike. But because we bound his arms earlier, he can't do that. And we killed all of them. Fantastic, right? He's not long for this world. It's fine. Yep, we did it. See? Nice work, everyone. After an unrelenting assault, you have finally subdued the giant beast, which controlled the old mine. The uneasy presence fades, giving way to the atmosphere you have come to expect from the mine. The beast will no longer threaten your city or its explorers. The request has been fulfilled. You should make for the bar right away to turn in your reports. Nice. But in my heart, I knew that nothing bad could befall the Welkin Guild. Though I do not see how you can look so relaxed after facing that dreadful beast. The explorers we have lost will never return, but you have, and for that much, I give thanks. Oh yes, the reward. The Guildmaster left a message that he would like to see you at the Explorers Guild. Oh? Ah, you're here. I heard you managed to do that job I asked for. Well, let's promise here's your other reward. Personal training for me. Oh, ho, ho, ho. A burst skill increase. How have you been? It feels a little strange meeting you so far from my home like this. But Whirlwind told me there was something only I could do here. So I shall give it my best effort. May luck be with you as well. You come to a cave on the outskirts of the Sentinel's village. It is lined with monuments. Flowers, dolls, and liquor bottles are left in front of the markers. It seems to be a graveyard for the Sentinels. Whirlwind is standing near one of the monuments. He is toying idly with the necklace you found in the labyrinth and returned to him. Oh, hi. So what's your take on all this? Are you going to join him in a search for the Titan's heart? It seems like the time to ask him why he is going to such lengths on behalf of the Sentinels. You ask some hard questions. I can't tell you everything, but even I like to repay kindness when I can. Whirlwind's smile is tinged with melancholy. I'll admit, I need to help them to get what I want. I won't pretend I don't have ulterior motives here. Sorry if it's causing you guys any trouble. Well, if fate wills it, I'll see you below. Ulterior motives. Right. You encounter a Sentinel warrior. When you speak to him, you find that he is headed to the Boiling Lizard's Hall, just as you are. How are you holding up? Have you had any trouble with those scales? Oh, did you know? Those metallic red things are the Boiling Lizard scales. It scatters its scales like that to make the cave more comfortable for itself. You should take one of these. Don't worry about me, I have a few spares. Be careful as you go. Guard soul. Another sentinel. As you cautiously tread through the labyrinth, you encounter a sentinel warrior. On conversing with him, you discover he is bound for the Lizard's Hall, just as you are. You must be the outsiders Kibokami spoke of. It's an honor to meet you. I am headed for the lower reaches as well, but my supplies are low and I am considering heading back. But let me give you this first. It's a special bell which wards off monsters. Use it wisely. We already have items that reduce. We already have skills that reduce enemy encounters, so. As you proceed into the depths of the Golden Lair, you encounter a set of unfamiliar faces. You're Guild Welkin, correct? The path ahead leads to a dead end. The group is composed of vessels. We came here alongside a medium. We wish to put our talents here. But even after hearing your legend, we do not understand it. Why do they see Yggdrasil as an evil thing? They tell you that the monsters at this depth are formidable, and that they will be regrouping at Fesseltown. Before they go, they mention their plans to train at a small cave northeast in the Sacred Mountains. Yeah, that would be the underground lake, which we already discovered. Okay, now we get to fight this guy, Tusk Crusher. This is one of the more annoying FOEs because his main skill, which is binge eating, does low damage to the entire party. However, if he keeps on using binge eating, it increases its damage. It increases its damage and up to its maximum on turn 10. So it basically prevents it from using it, from spamming it too much, before it gets to the point where it kills your party in one hit. Thankfully we beat it. Yeah? Yeah. And now for one more FOE. The Icy Pincer. Like its Omni Hunter counterpart, it has attacks that instantly kill. It has Frigid Sight, a nice attack to a party member which may instantly kill. Overhand Swing, a strong cut attack to a party member. Sight Dance, random mice attacks across the party. And Blinding Blade, cut attack one line made blind. Its weakness? Fire. But we don't have any fire elements. We do have electricity though. Oh, this is a red enemy. Oh. If you think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Red are our enemy. Well, it's almost dead. There we go. As you explore the cave, listening to the sounds of dripping water, you find soldiers rejoicing in the corner. Oh, this is them, one soldier says excitedly. These are the guys who told me where you were. The soldier who pointed you out is the one who had asked you where his troop could be found. An older man, who seems to be the leader of the troop, raises a hand in greeting and approaches you. So you're the ones who set him straight. How shameful for soldiers of Darcis to rely so on explorers. But I thank you nonetheless. Because of your kindness, we can all return to Darcis together now. This should be adequate compensation, I hope. Soldier hands you a bag containing essential supplies. Yes! Soldiers are still celebrating the reunion. You expect they will eventually return to Darcis. Nice. We saved them! So we find another black shroom over here. Rice? High nutritional content washes away rice. Nice, nice. You see stairs ahead that lead down into B3F. Sentinels kneeling before the stairs, gauging the situation below before descending. Kibagami went on alone. My leg was hurt in the last battle. It is frustrating, but I must turn back. If you are going onward, take this in my stead. It won't last long, but it might matter when it counts. All I ask in return is that you add your strength to Kibagami's. Fungus and fire. Oh. I am Mr. Dambu, foreman who lives in the city. He wants a fire fungus from the Golden Lair. Mushroom is seeking black and thrives from the earth's heat. It grows in a labyrinth that literally feeds off fire to grow twice its usual size. Should be something of a Golden Lair that releases fire that you could use. The request only calls for one mushroom, but the reward will be adjusted for the amount you deliver. Kismet be with you, and I shall await your swift return. Where's your sickle seeker? Oh, that request. It comes from that intolerable man sitting over there. He calls himself the Lonely Hunter Dylan. Dylan? Do I know him from somewhere? You will have to ask him for more of the details, but be careful. I shall await your swift return. Bolt research. This request comes from Lament, a reclusive witch. She wants frog organs to do something. Did you fetch her 2 zapper skins and a zapper tongue, which can be gleaned from zapper frogs? The other explorers say zapper frogs usually appear in B3F for the Golden Lair. Beware their volt-based attacks. Now then, take care, and I shall await your swift return. info about the icy pisser? That's really handy. I went out for some recon and that thing's impossible. I don't think it would even consider me a threat. So, I put in a request for someone other than me to put... Oh, it's you guys. Did you get a Frigisicle? Coward. Really? Can you show me? This does seem to be a Frigisicle. So you beat the icy pisser? You sure are something. Oh no, thank you. You've been extremely helpful. You've fulfilled my request with style. I'll fill out the report for my request and then send a reward over to the bartender. I feel really... Yeah, I'm sorry I bit off more than I could chew. Excuse me. Nice. What an unreasonable demand, defeating that praying mantis monster. And he calls himself aloof. Normally it is best to run away from a monster like that, but I suppose that there is a quest to be completed. Though I am surprised that you seem no worse for wear than when you return after defeating it. Though, I forbid you to do anything else so reckless. We're fine. So we pick up the mushroom from over here. And then we pick up the second mushroom that we found in B2F. With 2 mushrooms in hand, the clients will be very pleased. You need only deliver them to the bar now. Nice. Welcome back. I take it you managed to retrieve a fire fungus from the caverns? Oh, you brought not 1, but 2? You will be very satisfied. They look burnt to me, and not very appetizing. Though when one dines with gourmands, one is expected to keep an open mind. I still prefer Dallas dishes. Well, again, thank you for your hard work. I'm counting on you to maintain that standard with our other requests. Oh yeah, I didn't see the B3F intro. Oh well. Oh well. In the center stands Kibagami, the ox-headed leader of the Sentinels. He notices you and nods silently. You've come, I see. I was waiting for the other warriors to arrive. But you have beaten them all here. It seems my bushi are undertrained. This won't do. Let me give you this as a reward for your speed. It's something I picked up on the way here. But now I have a favor to ask. Will you let me join you? I can't waste any more time here. I beg you. Kibagami bows deeply. Fantastic. There seems to be play chasers up ahead. Let us brace ourselves and go forward. Kibagami is now a guest for this party. And like Wufan, he will only appear in this specific floor. So we got ourselves some plated chasers. They're all guarding the area. But we can beat them up. Because we have the power of anime on our side. And Kibagami as well. Oh, he still deals a lot of damage, I see. thankfully Kibagami has revived. Yep, we got this. Oh, it's almost dead. Just a little bit more. Yep, there we go. Nice. Course of your journey, you find something shining on the surface of the rock above you. If you're curious about it, you could climb the rock to inspect it more closely. Hanayome climbs up and finds an ore that could be useful as a material. Hanayome digs out the ore with the tools on hand before joining up with the party with satisfaction. So here's where things get interesting. So this area has mining areas that are actually events. But you can feel free to mine one area per the event, but if you mine the next area, I don't know if it's the second or a third one, but if you get too greedy, rocks will fall upon you and you're just gonna have a bad time. We got it. The necessary ore goods from the Zapper Frogs have all been harvested now. You need only deliver them to the bar when you find yourself next find yourself there. You notice a fierce blast of hot air blowing out from the cracks of the door before you. You gasp at the tremendous heat. It is safe to assume that the boiling lizard waits past this point. You check everything once more to ensure you are prepared to step into the nest of this cave's master. For as soon as you are, you shall open the door and unleash the full force of Guild Welkin. Are we ready, everyone? I bet we are. Let's go! Through the open door is a monster with flaming charred skin. And as soon as it notices your presence, it flexes its enormous body. The boiling lizard rips out its own scales to penetrate the natural energy here and gain heat from the cave. What that means is that it doesn't like the cold at all. Do you see the unusually large scale furthering? If we destroy that, the room will be cooled, preventing it from bringing its full power to bear. Now that the monster is in sight, you can see if the metal shards in your path on the way here are where it scales. Be careful, for what you do with the scales piercing this room could decide the outcome of this battle. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of annoying scales to put up with. So the thing about this room is, you have to destroy the ice gates in a certain pattern to reach another entrance in this room. And you have to like keep on going in and out of the room back and forth in order to not let this big guy detect you. Pretty annoying overall. Not as annoying as the double level thing. And yeah, this is if you leave the area with Kibagami in the party as a guest. Yeah, before we go fight the boiling lizard, let's take care of the loose hands here. These are them? What does she intend to do with these? Last time she experimented with fire spells and burned her house down. I worry for her. But here is your reward. I again thank you for your hard work. And like this, by destroying the large scales, everything is now in a cooler condition. No sooner do you reach toward the entwined roots than the boiling lizard roars a challenge. It will take some time to check the splitter-like root system to your satisfaction. Should the boiling lizard attack you, then you will not go unscathed. You need to challenge it first. So let's do it! Here's the boss. Narumi, Lilybell, Miho, Rice, Momoka. You got this. So, the Boiling Lizard has access to Scorching Fire, ranged fire attack to the entire party, Firewall, counters all melee attacks done to it with a ranged fire attack, Venom Tail, melee bash attack to one line, made poison. Poison damage and success rate reduced if the room is cooled. Fireball Cannon. 45 ranged fire attacks across the party randomly. Reduced to 2 hits if the room is cooled. Upward Thrust. Strong line-piercing melee stab attack to target. And Revival Fire. Regenerates HP for 5 turns. Regeneration rates lowered if the room is cooled. So yeah, very good reasons why you need to cool the area first. From time to time, he'll drop these scales, which actually protect him. Your best bet is to use an Ice Skates. To destroy the scales. If you don't have an Ice Skate, you can just use, I guess... you can just use an Ice Attack. So now it's regenerating HP. Jeez. To be honest, I actually don't really know if any ice attacks do work on the scales. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, well, it does. Good to know. And of course they come in without any nectar, so... It's alright, right? You did pretty good. Nice. Good job, everyone. A giant monster of unimaginable power spews scorching flames as if breathing out its own inner essence. But even these hellish flames cannot melt your resolve. After all the trials you have overcome thus far, after suffering too many wounds to continue, the boiling lizard at last gives a death cry and collapses. You have slain the master of this labyrinth. Your chest swells with pride. But your task is not quite complete. You must still find a Titan's heart somewhere in the spacious cavern. Even now, the children of the Sentinel village are struggling against their illness. You must not waste time. Yeah, that's all I got. Ah well. After slaying the boiling lizard, we step further into the cavern. Good going, Welkin. You really showed that thing who's boss. Was that Whirlwind's voice? He seems to have snuck in while you were fighting. Sorry I couldn't help out, but it seemed like you had it covered. Anyway, look over there. Isn't that the Titan's heart? You beat that boiling lizard, so it's only fair that you be the ones to give it to the Sentinels. With Whirlwind urging you on, you reach for the first fist-sized red gem decorating the entwined roots. This, it seems, is the Titan's heart, though despite the name, it does not appear to literally be an organ. Without your strength, we can never have slayed the boiling lizard. I will go on ahead and tell the rest of my people the good news. Follow as quickly as you can. They will all be waiting for you. Kibigami leaves the party. You recall the stone tablet, which you have always found in the deepest reaches of the labyrinths. Yeah, the stone tablet, right? With high hopes you check the altar, but the stone tablet is nowhere to be seen. What? What's wrong? Huh, so you'd always found a stone tablet on those altars before? Guess that means we have no way of getting closer to Yggdrasil yet, Whirlwind says glumly. We'll cross that bridge later. See you back at the Sentinels village, okay? With that, Whirlwind leaves you alone in a large cavern. You visit the ward of 6 Sentinel children. The medium is here, telling them stories of wondrous happenings in their town. The children listen rapidly to their stories with wide, shining eyes. Oh, she says upon noticing you. Welcome back, everyone. I was just telling the children of how we met. What's this? You have the Titan's heart? But that's incredible! Oh, is this it? The medium breathes a cry of surprise, and the Sentinel children look at you with hopes in their eyes. Hand the Titan's heart to the medium. She cradles a large gem in her hands and slowly closes her eyes. I know this. It originates from Yggdrasil. It is part of it, just as I am. She dandles the Sentinel child nearest on her to her knee. Don't be scared. All will be well. Just leave it in my hands. The light that the gem radiates seeps down through the medium's fingers. When its warm glow reaches the child, the vines and resin covering him begins to fall off. Nice. Impossible! Kibagami gasped with surprise as the child on the medium's knee evinced a swift and noticeable recovery. No sooner does the medium let down one recovered child than she picks up another and begins to pray again. Beads of sweat form on her forehead, but she pays them no heed and works without rest. Amazing, but I'd expect nothing less from Yggdrasil's own medium. Even Whirlwind, who brought the medium here from Rest Town, cannot hide his surprise at the sight. Medium, Kibagami calls out, forgive me for doubting your abilities. You are truly a friend to the Sentinels. Kibagami then turns to you and bows deeply. And you, the Welkin Guild. It's through you that I understand the generosity and power of humankind. As leader of the Bushi, I promise nothing shall come between Sentinels and humans. Finally, he turns to Whirlwind. My thanks to you as well, Traveler. You brought our salvation to us. I hope to entertain you all today as best as we can in return, Sentinels. Let us prepare them a feast. We did it! We saved the Sentinels! Once all the Sentinels have been cured of their illness, the proceedings move on to a feast in honor of the event. You and the Sentinels were not the only ones participating in the search for the heart. Explorers in Tarsus and even a few vessels had come to the Golden Lair to do their part. The walls between races break down as you all eat from the same pot, chatting and laughing with each other. As the guild is considered heroes for achieving their Titan's heart, the long line of Sentinels pays their respect. We owe our lives to you, outsiders. Humans, vessels, Sentinels. Only through our combined effort did our hunt succeed. I thank the fates for bringing us together. The feast continues. Humans fill vessel goblets and the Sentinels bring an endless supply of their cooking. A number of Sentinel children come to you, begging to hear tales of your exploits in the labyrinth. Laughter and merry-making ring outs filling the ample cavern. After a while, you notice that Whirlwind and the Medium are not taking part in the festivities. Uh-oh. Puzzled by this, you're bringing it up to Kibagami. It seems he has no explanation either. You are right. Maybe they are resting somewhere. While the two of you consider this, a highly flustered Sentinel soldier rushes to Kibagami's side. Terrible news, Master. Whirlwind took the Titan's heart and fled. He had a medium with him as well. Kibagami gasps with astonishment. It seems that Whirlwind appeared near the exit of the Sentinel's village with the medium. The young Sentinel, suspicious of the situation, stopped him. At first, the explorer was cooperative, and when the Sentinel realized he had a Titan's heart, Whirlwind suddenly drew a large sword from his bag. The young Sentinel was not mortally wounded, and alerted his comrades before collapsing. The medium did not seem to resist, but it was clear that something was wrong. As unbelievable as it sounds, we think that our guest has kidnapped the medium. Why would a traveler do such a thing? Kibagami's stunned shock lasts only for a moment. He stands and raises his voice. Everyone, pursue the traveler! We must reclaim the medium and the heart. Welkin, I will be satisfied with nothing less than an explanation from the traveler himself. I know that you cannot leave the medium in the ether. Let me join you. I will wait at your flying basket. Kibagami does not wait for your answer before running off toward the Golden Lair's entrance. You spot a skyship with a dull green sail near the entrance stone monument to the northern ravine. You have seen it before at the gates of Tarsus. It can only be Whirlwind's skyship. You maneuvered the Albior on an approach vector, but just then, something happens in the ravine. Oh, clouds permeating the valley before you disappear. While you clash with the boiling blizzard, Whirlwind must have found a stone tablet and stashed it away. Uh-oh. The green skyship vanishes into the northern skies. He's escaping. The entrance to the northern skies has been cleared. Let's go. Fourth land. Cloudy Stronghold. The Kingdom of Collapsed Ideals. Oh, hey, there's Yggdrasil. But when you pass through the ravine into the northern skies, you see 3 unfamiliar skyships in the air. The cannons equipped on those black skyships would seem to mark them as vessels of war. A man clad in armor appears on a near skyship and hails you. Oh. Be warned that you are approaching Imperial territory. We were told of you, and that you would be coming to this land. An explanation for our esteemed knight's actions and a proposal for a peaceful resolution are being prepared. We will invite your lord, the outland Count of Tharsis, to attend a parley in person. He asks you to bring the Count of Tharsis to a specified labyrinth. You will not force your way through the blockade without a fight, and you do not judge it to be a winning one. No, we don't. Count, so the Sentinel's disease has been treated? Well done, everyone. Nothing new has come up. Whirlwind made off with the medium? Haha, surely you jest. And these battleships that were parts of an empire you encountered. Isn't this joke going a bit too far? This, oh dear. How did this happen? I must know the details. Please omit nothing when turning in your mission report. Oh. Wait, why did I do that? Oh. Right. I guess I was organizing the guild. For the EXP. So sometimes I come in here and adjust the party to, like, give the EXP to the lowest party members. That does explain why, it explains why you see me shuffle around with a lower amount of party members sometimes, getting the EXP. Situation is in flux, I understand now. There's no guessing at why he has so recklessly kidnapped the medium, but we cannot idly dismiss the problem. Tharsis will make every effort to recover her, and I hope that you too will continue to stand with us. Kibagami, who had been standing in the corner of the room, speaks up. Human leader, we owe the medium a deep debt. We Sentinels pledge our strength in taking the medium back. Welkin Guild, I trust this battle goblet to you. Whenever you wish, you may call upon my Bushi to be your sword and cut through whatever obstacles you face. This Bushi script will help you train. If you wish to do so, speak to the Sentinel warrior at the bar. And Welkin, I must insist that you add me to your guild as well. I want to help the medium as much as anyone. Please, I beg you. Sure, okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, well, they did die. But they did get KO'd in the battle before, so. Though this empire with the fleets of skyship troubles me. I expect that Whirlwind is connected to the empire somehow. I will of course be meeting with them. All I ask of you is that you escort me along the way. In fact, why do I make an official mission? I do hope you'll be the ones to accept it. Escort the Outland Count. The Self-Styled Empire has kidnapped the medium and would like to meet with me. Please act as my escort on this journey. This mission will involve escorting me to the specified rendezvous point with the Empire. From what you told me, the meeting will be held in the Quality's stronghold. It will be best to head there first. This is a vital step in reclaiming the medium and the Titan's heart. Success is paramount. But we've overstayed our welcome on this stream. Welcome? Well, welcome. Yep, the stream has gone long enough. Oh, organizing. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Are you done past me? Did you figure out what you needed? Yes. Yes. Okay. What else? You can tell us. Okay. That's... Yeah, that's the part I'm going with in the next part. And that is it. Oh, yes, I still need to work on all that. Alright, well, whatever. Okay, we did it. We're at the end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. I will not... part 4 will not be streamed next week. It will be streamed on August 6th. So there'll be no stream on Saturday. So don't expect anything on that day. And thank you all for watching. And on that note, let's go to the credits.